Music legend Prince, you see it on your screen. So many of us are still in shock. Those of us who are music lovers, he passed away, age 57. That is the word we have from his publicist here. So many artists reaching out. Michaela Angela Davis, who we have talked to a number of times, a dear friend of the show. Michaela Angela Davis, for all the times I've spoken with you, I had no idea you were Prince's stylist and toured with him. Please, tell me a story.
Oh, Brooke, I'm shaking, actually. You know, the most prolific thing to me about Prince was not only was he the most vibrant example of black genius that I have ever seen, but he was able to negotiate God and sex in his subject matter in a way that we had never seen before. Every song was either a prayer or foreplay, you know, and you know, like a wildcat Martha in a celibate rage. I want you alone in my dirty little cage. Like, who, right? You know, so this is what came out of him. He was a prophet. He was a pimp. He was purple. He was Midwest. He was magical. He was funny. He was so black. He walked through this world like he believed he was free, like a free artist, a free man. You know, he put slave on his face to challenge the entire music industry at a time when they were getting everybody's everything. I saw him one day. We were at Paisley Park, a magical place, and you know, I just saw that fan talk about being at Paisley Park. He would have these pop-up shows all the time and invite the community, and he would play for 75 people with the same brilliance that he would play for 75,000 people.
He brought it for whoever was there.
For whoever, because he was playing for the music. He was the music. He literally told me that he thought in music. He said, you know, Michaela, you think in words, you know, and say I'm having a conversation with you, Brooke, and I drift off and I start thinking about lunch or my child. He's like, I hear music. So sometimes you could be at lunch with him and he would get up and leave because there was a melody so urgent, a music so real that he would just go to the studio and put it down. And like beautiful artists would come through all the time, Michele and Cello, Esperanza Spalding, D'Angelo. Like he would just give artists that call and they would come to Paisley Park and jam. So the amount of music in his archives is, I can't even imagine what there's left for us to hear. But he, you know, it was funny, I was interviewing George Clinton one time and I said, you know, you are the father of funk. Who do you think is funk? He said, Prince is the funkiest I've ever met. You know, so this is really difficult because we weren't prepared, you know, and there's so much, you know, denial going on social media. But again, I think the thing that is so profound, because we've had lots of profound artists, you know, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, but this idea of how he made spirituality and sex coexist, he made us deal with it. And these are the biggest things in so many people's lives. He unearthed it and put it in your face and made it funky and fabulous, and you had to deal. And yeah.
I'm almost speechless just even talking about it. What a privilege for you to be able to just share, you know, the same oxygen with this man for so many years. Chris Rock's tweet, say it isn't so. Boy George, today's the worst day ever. Prince, RIP, I'm crying. You know, Spike Lee, I miss my brother. Prince was a funny cat, great sense of humor.
Very funny.
Let's hear just
very funny.
Let's hear more of Prince. Here's more from his body of work.